Putin. Russia is currently working on means of countering hypersonic weapons. The president noted that the United States continues to develop the concept of inflicting a lightning strike on Russia's control and command centers. Learned BulgarianMilitary.com citing glass.ru. At a recent press conference, Russian President Vladimir Putin said that the Russian military-industrial complex is currently working on countering hypersonic weapons, which other countries do not yet have TASS reports. Vladimir Putin noted that the United States continues to develop the concept of inflicting a lightning strike on Russia's control and command centers. Therefore, according to the president, the Russian Federation is preparing to repel such an attack on time. They're high-precision weapons but no hypersonic ones yet. Of course they will make this quite obvious, as I said. We will prepare by this time. Now you asked what we are working on, including over the antidote to future hypersonic weapons in other countries, in other leading armies of the world. I am sure we will do it. We are on the right track, Putin said. As the chief of the Air Defense Forces of the Russian Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Alexander Leonov, noted earlier, even the S-300 air defense missile system can quickly destroy hypersonic targets. The latest S-500 Prometheus missile system, which is in the process of completing the state test, will only strengthen Russia's position. Besides, Leonov reminded us about the Zircon hypersonic missiles, Sarmat complexes, and other weapons with no foreign analogs, who are preparing to go on alert. Russia began to build 2 Yasin-M submarines with hypersonic weapons. 2 nuclear submarines of Project 885M Yasin-M will be named Voronezh and Vladivostok. This was announced by Russian President Vladimir Putin during the laying ceremony, as we reported in July. The nuclear submarines are named after the cities of military glory, Voronezh and Vladivostok, Putin said. The submarines will receive hypersonic weapons, said Mikhail Budnichenko, General Director of the Sevmash enterprise where the submarines are built. Today we are laying down ships with hypersonic weapons, which are the future of the Russian submarine fleet, Budnichenko said. The contract for the construction of Project 885M Yasin-M multi-purpose nuclear submarines was signed in the summer of 2019 during the Army 2019 International Military Technical Forum. The lead nuclear submarine cruiser of the basic Project 885 Severodvinsk became part of the Northern Fleet in 2014. The head submarine of the modernized Project 885M Kazan is planned for transfer to the fleet in 2020. Currently, 5 885M project submarines are at various stages of construction at Sevmash. The main weapons of Project 885M submarines are the Caliber Place and or Onyx cruise missiles, as well as the Zircon hypersonic missiles. U.S. will have a hypersonic missile system in 2023. This is what it will look like according to the preliminary planning of the American military headquarters. The country should make the first tests of the new hypersonic missile system in 2021. And 2 years later it should pass into service in the USA, BulgarianMilitary.com reported in October this year. The system is a joint development between military arms giant Lockheed Martin and the U.S. agency DARPA and was officially visualized at the U.S. Conference of the United States Army (ASA). According to military sources overseas, the new hypersonic missile will be built on the basis of the existing AGM-183AARRW missile, which is briefly called the Arrow and has an additional launch engine. U.S. sources say the United States is making rapid progress in developing its first hypersonic weapon, given that it has failed to fully meet its targets in the past 24 months, with rumors even circulating that Washington will abandon the project. Now, however, things have clearly entered the right timeline, and this missile system is expected to be fundamental to the development of similar but different types of armed forces, reaching speeds between 6 and 8 times the speed of sound. According to the characteristics set by the military designers, the missile is expected to have a deviation of only 15 centimeters from the target for destruction, said in a comment Ryan McCarthy, Deputy Secretary at the Pentagon. According to his colleague, General Andrew J. the Gabara hypersonic missile AGM-183AARRW will have a range of nearly 1,600 kilometers and will fly with 6.5 to 8 Mach. Gabara expressed this opinion as director of the Pentagon's Global Strike Command (AFGSC) Strategic Plans, Programs and Requirements. Analysts in the field note that the AGM-183AARRW and the future hypersonic missile have very similar capabilities and parameters, given that the manufacturer of both is a Lockheed Martin. It turns out that such a statement is supported not only because of the intended characteristics of the rocket but also because the visualization of the vehicle, which will aim to transport the hypersonic system. According to the spread photo, a clear distinction of the chassis from the company Oshkosh HEMTT can be seen, which is tasked with ensuring the delivery of 3 transport containers, 1 hypersonic rocket in each. However, this could quickly change in the future, as U.S. requirements for manufacturers and developers are to carry 2 hypersonic missiles, not 3. Apparently, all this, according to military analysts, is done in order to enable this hypersonic missile system to be transported by air with one of the many models of military transport aircraft available to the U.S. military. Until now, the American project has encountered significant difficulties in choosing a launcher for each of the missiles. Tests have been made with the HIMARS launcher, and it seems that the developers are currently targeting odd fires. This issue must be resolved really soon by Lockheed Martin and DARPA, as they have to meet a serious deadline at the first tests of the missile next year and 2 years later the delivery and armament of the U.S. military. How far behind is the United States from its main competitor, Russia? In recent years, Russia has made significant progress in the field of hypersonic military missile construction. Perhaps Moscow was the reason for dozens of countries to start processes of serious investment in the development of programs for hypersonic systems and missiles. Moscow currently has 2 hypersonic missiles and 1 hypersonic linear launch system. Zircon and Caliber are the 2 hypersonic missiles that can reach speeds between 8 and 14 Mach and have a range of destruction between 2,000 and 4,500 kilometers. Perhaps the more serious threat is the Russian hypersonic light vehicle Avangard, through which the Sarmat rocket can reach a speed of Mach 27 due to the hypersonic accelerator of Avangard. Sarmat is an intercontinental ballistic nuclear missile with a range of 18,000 kilometers and can carry between 10 and 15 warheads.